الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد أما بعد بسم الله. Respected elders, dearest brothers and sisters, beloved youth, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we have been continuing regarding the journey towards Jannah, what will happen to different people, what will be the different avenues, how people will reach Jannah. Some people, they will reach Jannah بِغَيْرِ hisab, absolutely no reckoning, no judgment, VIP pass, they will go right through. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from amongst them. There will be other people that they will have a reckoning, but it will be a very easy and quick reckoning. The angels will quickly glance over their book and just let them pass. And then there will be other people that will have a true interrogation, and those who are truly interrogated, where every nook and cranny is opened of their book of deeds, such a person will go through a very, very difficult time. That interrogation in and of itself, it's like a punishment on its own. And brothers and sisters, we covered in detail that there will be people from the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that they will enter the fire. And after some time, they will be taken out through intercession, through shafa'ah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will admit them into paradise. The duration that these people will spend, some they will spend 1 sa'ah, just a very short duration of time they will spend in the hellfire, and then they will be released. Some people, they'll spend a day. Some people a couple of days. Some people 1 month, and some people many, many, many years. But brothers and sisters, the most important thing to understand about this is that sometimes a person might feel, well, there's so many people who are going to do intercession. I'm sure one Jannati from our community or one Jannati from my family, he's going to have mercy on me when he sees me there, and he's going to come and throw me a lifeline. So I don't really need to worry so much about getting into Jannah. There's so many chances for me. There's so many ways. I know so many good people. Brothers and sisters, yes, the hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is there. However, if you take a lighter and put it to your hand for 5 seconds, do you tolerate it in this dunya? You don't tolerate it. You don't put yourself in a position where you're in danger. You don't burn yourself because you say, it's okay, I have Neosporin in the cupboard, and I have Band-Aids there, it's okay, let me burn myself. You don't burn yourself in this dunya and say, it's okay, I can do whatever I want. I've got shafa'ah in the next life. I have a chance at intercession. Our goal, brothers and sisters, as Muslims, is get to the highest level of paradise in the easiest way possible. So don't aim that, perhaps I can do this and perhaps I can do that, but I'm going to find my way out of it. Brothers and sisters, we covered the hadith that these people that will enter the hellfire, when they are taken out, they will literally be darkened charcoal pieces of coal. That's how much they would have burned. That they'll literally become into pieces of coal. You won't be able to recognize them. So much so, only after that, those little pieces that are remaining of them will be thrown onto the rivers of Jannah, onto the water of life of Jannah, and then they will start to grow once again. Nobody wants to be put in that position. Aim for the best Jannah possible. Brothers and sisters, these people that will eventually be admitted after the hellfire, I had made mention, they will have signs on their foreheads, and in some narrations, they'll have signs on their necks. And what will those signs say? Utaqa'ur Rahman. That this is a person who has been freed and emancipated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning, they came from that background, they came from the hellfire, Allah has emancipated them. That's why they're here in Jannah. Imam Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah, and many of the great muhaddithin, they make mention of several narrations where these people who will have been taken out of Jahannam and finally they will be granted entry into paradise, they're going to be having signs, Utaqa'ur Rahman, the emancipated of Ar-Rahman, and they will also have a specific title in Jannah. What is that title in Jannah going to be? Al-Jahannamiyun. Meaning, those brothers and sisters of ours that made it here after Jahannam. So this is a title that they will have. This is something that they will be known as. And a time will come where these people of Jannah, they're going to be like, wait a minute. We're in Jannah, you're in Jannah. Why you got to mention our past? Why do we have to, be labeled based on where we came from, that we were brought here from Jahannam? This is like an aib on us. This is an aar. This is something, it's like an insult to us to be known by this. So they will request Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala that this little blotch that remains on us, Ya Allah, please remove this from us. And then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will remove those signs from their foreheads, and this title that was placed upon them, that they will be called Al-Jahannamiyun, that will also be removed from them. So whatever makes a person happy, comfortable, at bliss, that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to grant a person in Jannah. So the next step is when a person is entering Jannah, what do you see? How are you welcomed and how are you greeted? The malaika and the angels, they will be there at the gates and at the doors of Jannah, welcoming the Jannatis inside. You've made it. Salamun alaykum tibtum fadkhuluha khalidin. The angels, they're going to start off, Salamu alaykum. Peace be upon you. Tibtum. You've done well. You've done good. Don't think all the days that you spent fasting, the nights that you spent praying, the sins that you gave up while you saw your friends were engaged in it, the lifestyle that other people lived, you gave it up for the sake of Allah. Don't think it's going to go for no reason. Don't think that you'll get nothing out of it. Look forward to this congratulations and welcoming of the malaika, where they will say to the believers, Tibtum. You have done well. You've done a good job. Congratulations. Fadkhuluha khalidin. Now you enter Jannah, you will be here forever. Now there's no more tests for you. There's no more ibadah that's mandatory on you. There's no more sins that you have to abstain from. Whatever your heart desires, now it's there for you. Allahu Akbar. Tahiyyatuhum yawma yalqawnahu salam. The day that they will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what is their greeting going to be? It's going to be salam. So brothers and sisters, this is something that we're going to do as we're going along with these lectures, understanding what people will do in Jannah, how that reflects us in this dunya. So if you're used to salam in this world, you're around people of salam in this world, that is your language in this world that you greet people with, then inshallah what will happen? That's part of who you are. You're going to hear those same statements in the akhirah. Right? So this statement, brothers and sisters, don't take this as something light. As-salam qabla al-kalam. Before you speak, before you say, what's up, how you doing? Chitorasti, tsungaye. Before all of that, you must make the salam. This is the sunnah of our Prophet alayhi salam, and this was the first greeting that was taught to Adam alayhi salam in Jannah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. When our father Adam alayhi salam was created in paradise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam alayhi salam this greeting. This is your greeting and the greeting of your progeny that will come after you. So always remember, say the salam properly. That's not how you make salam. Make the salam and make it properly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Send blessings and peace. The special features of the salam, literally when you're making salam upon someone, do you know what you're saying? You're saying, peace be upon you. And one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is As-Salam. Like you're saying, may Allah's protection be with you. You are safe from my tongue. You are safe from my hands. You are safe from my suspicions and bad thoughts. Oh, my Muslim brother or sister, you are completely safe from me. That's what you're saying when you say salam. So if a believer truly makes salam from the heart, not just with your tongue, if you truly make salam with your heart, you must love that next person. You must completely feel at your heart, this guy is completely at ease and protected from any harm that's coming from me. And subhanallah, if you feel bad towards someone, your salam is going to be fake, right? You're saying the salam with your tongue, but deep down inside, you're not assuring that person peace and safety and security from any harm that you may cause him or any harm that you may cause her. This salam, brothers and sisters, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was part of his sunnah that anytime he would enter the home, the first thing that he would do, he would make the salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And if the people were asleep, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would still make the salam audibly, but quietly to such an extent, those who are sleeping, they would not be disturbed. And what happens when a person enters the home, but you don't say salam? You enter the house, but you didn't say salam. You just quickly jumped inside the house and you got busy and did whatever you had to do. The shayateen, they come to the doors of those houses and they try and find a way inside. Is there a place for us to sleep? Is there a place for us to rest? Is there a place where we can come inside here and seek refuge? If the person did not make salam, then these shayateen have an avenue inside. But when the person makes the salam, when the shayateen try and enter, they say, maybe here's a place for us to find refuge. No refuge for you here. The person came inside with the name of Allah. They came inside this house with the salam. There's no way that you can enter here. So with the salam, there's protection for our households, protection for our families as well when we make this a habit of saying the salam. And subhanallah, brothers and sisters, the great feature when the people will enter Jannah, salam qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will make salam upon the believers. Allahu Akbar. What a great, imagine somebody is famous or somebody is very respected in the community. Let's say a very, very world-renowned speaker. And then from all of the people, he comes and he greets you and he says salam to you. You'll be so amazed, you'll be so excited that from the entire crowd, I wasn't expecting that this famous person would acknowledge me, but I got the salam from this person. You feel so special. Imagine that on that day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives salam to the believers. And all of the angels, وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ يَدْخُلُونَ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنْ كُلِّ بَابٍ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ بِمَا صَبَرْتُمْ فَنِعْمَ عُقْبَى الدَّارِ. The angels will be coming to all the gates of Jannah. Wherever the believers are entering from, the angels are going to go to those doors. Salam, salam, salam. That's all you're going to hear at that time. They're all angels continuously just making salam. Salamun alaykum bima sabartum. Peace be upon you for the patience that you had. فَنِعْمَ عُقْبَى الدَّارِ. What a great home you have now in the ending. Wasn't it worth it all? Wasn't those days and nights where you sacrificed, isn't it worth it for all of this? On that moment, a believer's eyes will be opened and they'll realize, whatever I did in this dunya, every single struggle was worth it for what I see here. Every day of difficulty that I had, it's worth it to see the rewards that I have in front of me today. Allahu Akbar. So the believers, they will be greeted with so many greetings and they will be welcomed into paradise. And now the next step is, some people in Jannah, how big is their Jannah going to be? the size of this world, 2 times, 3 times the lowest person of Jannah, 10 times this world, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is going to give him his paradise. Now, imagine if you live in a 5-story house with 15 rooms, you're going to get confused. Where's your bedroom? Where's the bathroom? Where's the living room? What's the door to get to the backyard? You're going to be confused, right? So in Jannah, what's going to happen? You're going to have a special GPS to get around? How are you going to know? If your Jannah is several times, your mansions are several times the size of this world, how are you going to know how to get around? Allahu Akbar. Allah makes mention of this in the Quran Kareem. وَيُدْخِلُهُمُ الْجَنَّةَ عَرَّفَهَا لَهُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will admit them into such a paradise that He will make them recognize, He will make them familiar with this Jannah. So you will have a naturally embedded GPS that you're going to know where everything is. Your Jannah will be huge, inshallah. So many rooms, so many palaces, but naturally Allah will put this inside of you. You will know how to get your way around. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala grant us this. And brothers and sisters, the different levels of paradise, not everybody's, paradise is not one level. Paradise is not one floor. There will be ranks, there will be levels to Jannah. And subhanallah, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he made mention that in paradise, there's going to be 100 levels. Mi'atu daraja. There will be 100 levels, and from one level to the next is like the entire universe, the heavens and the earth. And some narrations make mention, between these paradises, it's the span of 500 years. So Jannah, it's not one level. There's 100 darajat. And between each of these, there's a huge long distance that's between them. And subhanallah, some of these people of Jannah that will be so high, their Jannah will be so lofty. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, إِنَّ أَهْلَ الْجَنَّةِ لَا يَتَرَاءَوْنَ أَهْلَ الْغُرَفِ مِنْ فَوْقِهِمْ كَمَا يَتَرَاءَوْنَ الْكَوْكَبَ الدُّرِّيِّ. That the people of Jannah, they'll be looking at one another. And those people who have the palaces in the upper levels, the people in the lower levels, they will be looking at those of the upper levels like the way people of this dunya see a star shining in the sky. You know, when you look up and you see a star and it's shining so bright and it's like so mysterious and amazing, and you're like, wow, subhanallah, look how bright it is. And you start thinking of Jannah and you start thinking of Allah's creation, how much is actually out there. Even in Jannah, there will be people that are so high, their Jannah is so lofty, those who are on the bottom, it's going to look like a star. That huge palace, and however big that Jannah is, the people down there, they're looking up, it's going to look like a star. It's so far away. But sometimes what happens? There's a father, his daraja might be very high. There might be a son, his daraja was lower. Now the father wants to see his son. But the father is the star all the way up in the sky. That's his Jannah. But the son is all the way down. So how will the people of Jannah be able to see each other, visit each other, see their family members, right? What are you going to do? Throw a rock up there? Hey, remember me? How are you going to reach them? So we know Jannah, it's the place where families will come together, believers will come together, people will be visiting one another. Inshallah, in our next session, we will cover more on that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all Jannatul Firdaus and grant us the tawfiq to do good in this dunya. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakumullah.